We've always been very faithful to the Lutheran Church in Herscher.
I have enjoyed being in the church.
I'm very proud to have 3 generations of my family going to this church. Yeah.
I was born here, in here, with here.
I just pray that Trinity would continue on the path we have, and that we will soon have a pastor who will lead us into greater and deeper areas in the community. 100 more years of God's grace.
Well, I'm Beulah Winteroth, and I've been going here since February of 1937 when my husband and I got married. And he was brought up in the church, but I was not. So I just figured it was my duty to join his church.
I married a Lutheran. My husband was, and his family have always been Lutherans here in Herscher.
My name is Anita, and I've been going to this church since 1961. When we got married, we moved here. I didn't know anybody here, but I knew I wanted to be in a Lutheran church, and so I came to this one.
My name is Evelyn Bauer, and I've been going to Trinity since birth. Born, baptized, confirmed, married. Hopefully they'll bury me.
My name is Stephanie Pustmueller, and I've been going to Trinity since 2000.
My name is LaChappell, and I've been attending Trinity since 1985.
My name is Mildred, and I've been coming to Trinity since 1945. We came, my husband and I moved to a farm just outside of Herscher here, and times were pretty hard for us. We couldn't afford to buy gas to go back to Chevan, so we joined Trinity, and it's been a blessing to us here.
My name is Logan, and I've been a member here since 2000.
My name is Deb. I've been going to Trinity Lutheran Church since 1972 when my husband and I were first married and we moved to Herscher. We visited one of the first Sundays that we moved here, and it was Ludi and Avis Wadley who were the greeters at the time, and they just so impressed us with their genuineness, their friendliness. We said, yeah, we could be at home here. This is good.
This was nice and close, and I remember Pastor Royer. It was really funny when we had just moved into our apartment. We hadn't been there more than a day, and this guy comes knocking on our door, and we open the door and he says, "Hello, I'm selling Encyclopedia Britannica. Would you be interested?" And start to close the door. No, I'm the pastor. I'm Pastor Royer. So it was funny. So that's how we first met him, and it's just been a wonderful congregation since. It was off to a great start.
My name is Francis Kruse, and I was baptized here, and I've been going to church here ever since.
It was very nice. People were very warm, very friendly. The pastor was a great individual, Pastor Bauman, and still is a marvelous individual. I speak to him every now and then.
Yes, I felt very welcomed, and I felt as if I belonged here, because they took me as one of their members, and I felt like I belonged.
There's 2 churches that are close, and one was in the country, and then there was this one, and so I chose this one. I think I went to both of them, but I chose this one because I liked it. I thought the people were friendly. I had people come up to me and say hello and introduce themselves, and when we first joined.
When we were kids, we sometimes had to sit and listen to a German sermon, and then for a while, when my grandfather had a house about a half a block away, And when there'd be a German service, why, we'd go over there and sit in the house.
Yeah, I remember some of the mornings you wouldn't really want to get up, and I remember them telling me one time when I was little, I tried to crawl under from the back of I tried to crawl under all the pews, and I got about halfway and somebody picked me up, and I got in trouble.
Oh, well, I remember one thing. I used to not want to stand up in church, and my mom would yell at me and say that God or Jesus died on the cross for you, like for your sins, and you can't even stand up in church, and she thought that was sad. And then I learned my lesson from that.
I mean, I can remember Sunday school. I look back in the history book and can see pictures of kids on the steps of the old church, and I just barely remember that picture being taken, and I've changed a lot since then. But being involved in what used to be Walther League when I grew up, now they call it Luther League, and the fun we had with bowling leagues and all different events throughout our circuit back then. It was a lot of fun.
Like a plaque out there with like members and how many years. I've checked that out a couple times with like, says about 40 years, and I know some names, and I know that they've probably been there more than that now, so I think that's pretty cool.
It's been a pleasure to be here, and I love the church, and my husband was always the fix-it man. Anybody wanted something put up, he done it.
A Christmas program, we always started practicing. Now I'm talking about the old church. We started practicing in the basement, and about the last Saturday at least is when we moved upstairs and practiced our marching. You know, we had to go up the steps and down the aisle and take our pew, and Christmas Eve we all filed in. The church was always full. Filed in and did the program. Teachers would come in with their classes and help, and Christmas tree was always up, and then we always got our big brown bag of peanuts and apples and candy, and it was just Christmas.
It's been my home church. I mean, I went to college and I was away from it for 4 years through college, and then I worked down by Quincy for about 2 years. So other than that, I mean, this has been my church life. It's been the foundation of my faith and my spiritual haven, so to speak, since I can ever remember.